Hello, everyone, and we are so excited tonight. It is Thankful Thursday Reflections with myself, Jeanette Martin, the creator and one of the co-founders of the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. And the other lovely lady in the other box is
Kathy Fester. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us on Thursday night for our weekly live interviews and information about our first time ever Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. Tonight, we're really excited to hear about superheroes. Nathan Mc Taggart is 14, and he's quite a special individual, even though he's on summer holidays and away from school, but looking good. And he's joined with his dad, Keven McTaggart. So welcome to this evening's chat live on Facebook. So Nathan, why don't you tell us a little bit about your superheroes?
and how it all started.
So how it all started. Okay. So when I was younger, my dad always used to tell me stories. And when we went to the food bank Friday, when I was like around 3.5, I think, a fire truck showed up and I just looked at it in awe. And that night I asked my dad what would happen if Santa got stuck in a chimney. And that's pretty much when I just started liking first responders.
Awesome.
Cool.
So, Keven, maybe if you can fill in some of the blanks, because I know this has been an evolution of Nathan's Superheroes book series. So when you got home and a 3.5-year-old was saying about Santa getting stuck in a chimney, what were some of the outcomes that Nathan came up with?
Well, yeah, it happened over about a month. And he thought of different ways of getting Santa out of the chimney, putting butter on his jacket to slide him out, and lighting a fire underneath of him and stuff like that. And eventually a fire truck came and plucked him out using his ladder.
That's amazing. So how did it evolve to being books?
Do you remember, Nathan?
I think I know, but I kind of forgot.
So when he was in grade 4, or sorry, when he was in grade 2, he asked if we can turn the story that I've been telling him every year into a book for other kids. And so we started making it into an actual book. And then when he was in grade 4, his teacher asked if they could illustrate the book for us. And that's basically where it started.
Very cool.
So is this the first one? I'll be your Vanna White tonight. Was this the first one?
Yeah.
So
Not
tell
the
me,
first model, but like the first book.
So tell me, how did you structure the book, Nathan? And I've kind of peeked on the inside, but what's so special about the inside and how you structured these books?
So for the first one, my grade 3-4 class illustrated it. And then every single year after that, the same teacher illustrated the rest of the book with her new classes.
Oh,
and what's all of this about? Because there's a word up here that Kathy and I love and adore. So what's about all these blank pages that you have in your book?
So pretty much when me and my dad started the book, we went on like a bunch of fire hall tours just to like see what it was like. And that's for getting your signatures from like firefighters or anyone that you look up to, because it's mainly for firefighters, I think, because they're superheroes. But I think anyone that you look up to could like sign and stuff like that.
So it's a bit of a yearbook.
Yeah.
And look at this, Kathy. I didn't even look at this. A letter to Santa, and it's already ready to folded to go. And there's a beautiful prayer in here. So how did this one? What's the next one in the series after this one, Nathan?
Zippy and the superhero.
Oh, I think I have that one. Oh, if I'm going to be your Vanna White, I've got to do my job correctly. I didn't want to open these up when your dad gave these to me. I felt like it's Christmas, Kathy. It's Christmas. It's in August. So we've got Zippy. Well, this one's a little bigger. How come this one got a little thicker? This is amazing.
Well, I don't really remember. I think it's because like my dad always read me that story that was kind of like a smaller story because that was kind of like a bedtime one, and this one we tried to make it more like a book type of thing. So yeah, I think that if
And what's special
He
about?
actually
Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
he actually wrote that story when his class was illustrating the first book. He wrote that story in class and he gave it to his mother and I for a Christmas present.
Oh yeah,
Aw.
funny story about that is that I made it way too long, and the teacher said I had to shorten it because it would take way too many classes to do the pictures and I wouldn't have enough time. So I pretty much took 2 classes shortening it, and then afterwards, me and my dad had to lengthen it up again.
Oh, publishers, eh? What do they know? What do they know? And I just noticed on the end of this, so your books all have a bit of a common theme that you're grateful for the first responders, but you're also showing your gratitude to different nonprofits. So what's that all about?
Well, when we started it at school, like I've always wanted to try to help out people. And at school, we started doing it. I see it like sometimes we do charity things. I see other schools doing charity things. I look at a lot of people doing charity stuff, and I always want to try to help people. So when I saw all that happening, I thought maybe we can donate the proceeds to charity. So,
And so this one, if people buy this one off your website, so this is Connects Kids Place is the proceeds for this one. And when did Brandy the superhero come onto the covers?
I think it was last year.
Look at that. Tell me, I know this, but are people watching? How many fire stations have you been to?
I have no idea.
I think your dad has this
Over
stat.
200. Yeah, it's over 200 firefighters.
That's
He can tell firefighters about trucks that the firefighters don't even know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, and before I get to your next one that's in hardcover, what is special that's going on your website right now about a certain download? What's that all about?
So we have a new book, and it's free to download, and it's pretty much about COVID-19 and how when we're like self-isolating and how all of this stuff's happening, there's a lot of people out there helping out. And even if they're like being gross, like anything that they do, they're probably helping. They're trying to help out. Like even grocery, like people, delivery people, everyone. Like they're outside. They're trying to help out everyone. So yeah, we're trying to like make everyone aware of like not just the first responders, but everyone else who's helping out during these hard times.
Beautiful. And when we download, what is the option for the people that are downloading the book? What have you guys arranged? Kevin, you might want to.
You might not know this, yeah.
Yeah,
So you can go to our website and click on a link to either donate directly to Food Banks Canada or Feeding America. We have 2 versions of the book. We have a Canadian and an American version.
So what's different about the 2? Because we have people that are from America that watch, and Australia and Belgium, all over the world. So what's the difference between the 2 books?
Basically, the last group of people that we talk about are the food banks, and it talks about how many people in Canada and how many people in the United States go hungry on a daily basis. And so the stats are way higher in the States because there's way more people.
Yeah. So awesome. So let's just talk a little bit about a different kind of superhero. And I believe I've got the very first one out of the box. So what's this, Nathan? What's this superhero all about?
This is our newest book. It's called Avon, Our Superhero. It's about a horse. Like, there's pretty much a horse that was born and raised on a farm. Moved to New Jersey to become like a beat cop, and then joined the RCMP.
Oh, that's so cool. So now we're recognizing and you're appreciating the four-leggeds that are out there as well, and they're a superhero as well. I know Kathy's got a dog, and it's on some tough days when Kathy comes home, her dog is her superhero. And she's so grateful for. What's your dog's name again, Kathy?
Aya.
Hi, Kaya. And I've been over and I've met Kaya, and Kaya is a pretty special dog as well. So this is so exciting that you are going to be talking with Chloe Thompson. That's our other young speaker and also author. You're about 4 books ahead of her. She's got her first book that came out. And so we are so excited that we're going to be putting you and Chloe in what's called a breakout room. And you guys are going to be able to talk to other teenagers, or even, if somebody is 10 years old or 9 years old and they want to know on just your story on how you just wanted to start. And that's so powerful. And when I met your dad a couple of weeks ago, we had a conversation kind of off camera. What's your big goal for your next book? You shared with me something, and it's like immediately I was going, oh, I know that person to make.
Oh yeah, the sports one.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that.
I really want to do the series because I for as long as I know, I've loved sports, and so I've always wanted to know how all these big players get into these high levels. Like, how does Sidney Crosby, like, what was Sidney Crosby's journey? What was like Wayne Gretzky's journey, and how did he like see through his goals to get into the big shot, stuff like that. I always want to see one of those books so then I can like focus on what I need to do to get better and what they do to get there. So we're thinking of doing like a series of like some of the hockey players or some of the football players or soccer players and like how they got to their level and what they do to do it.
That's awesome. So Kathy, why don't you share with Nathan one of the tips that we have a football player on what he's doing?
So I'll talk fast before my internet goes weird again. Angus Reid, who is a BC Lions retired football player, is one of our guest speakers at our event. And he has written a book on how he appreciates and shares gratitude. And he picked that up from his coach, who wrote personal letters to him. A very powerful story, and how important that was to connect with each of his players. His coach would write a personal note or letter to each of the players at every game. And Angus has kept every single one of them. So you'll get a chance to actually meet him. So you'll get some insight from a real pro. He won some Grey Cups, and he's a really nice guy. It's very cool. So before we sign off, I would like to thank both of you very much for taking part in this evening. We look forward to connecting Nathan with Chloe Thompson, who's also an entrepreneur, and sharing some more insight with how Nathan is giving back through storytelling and through the donation program that his dad has set up, which is awesome for the food banks. And we sure do need that. I heard the stats yesterday from downtown Vancouver. Our homeless are going up. So we people need help out there and need some guidance and food. Definitely need some food. So October 3rd, mark your calendars. Don't miss out. It's going to be a great evening or day. And I'm unstable again.
Okay, I'll take over. And you'll see that we've been posting lately across all our social media platforms. We're on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We've got early bird pricing right now, and you're going to be getting 6 books. So I'm going to talk to Nathan and Kevin offline, and we're going to see if we can't get 100 of his books, and that we're going to put his book into our one of our 6 books, or now I think it's maybe 7 books, that when the early bird, when you register before the end of August for $69, you get the whole day, you get minimum 6 to 7 books, some other things that are going to be in that gratitude bag that we're going to send right to you. So it's pretty special. I'm so grateful as well. I met Kevin through Monica from Talbot Marketing, who did our swag bag for us. That's how I met Kevin and listened to his story. And I went, no, we got to make this connection, this power of this human connection. You're doing it every single time, Nathan. Somebody picks up one of these books. You are connecting. So we are so grateful to
And
you.
Nathan, you may not, Nathan, you may not know this, but I have your first 2 books already. I met your dad
Really?
2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. So I've got them on my shelf in a special place. So it's very cool. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to sign off
Send
now.
our card.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. And we'll see you next Thursday at 7:15.
Thanks for having us. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.